Hello and welcome back to Terrorhand, where it is still the first day of winter, year 29. But this is not just any first day of winter of year. Today has been a very important day because there is a new patch out for the game. Now, that isn't really the reason why this video is recorded. Of course not. You know, we got bigger things than patches to worry us about. But this is quite an important patch because I think that, well, this is pretty much the longest patch ever. And I don't mean that in like length. I mean that in like development time, because I don't know, I think before this went live there has been like 12 or 13 or so releases, so it definitely took some time. But then again, there's a absolutely crazy amount of stuff in this patch. Well, what is it? Well, we now have automatons or automatons or automaton or however you pronounce it, robognomes we shall call them. And furthermore, we now have golems spawning from nearly everything. That's true. We can even now have straw golems, which actually leads to somewhat of an issue, because if we take a look at our straw count, items, and then I believe it was under plant material over here. Yeah, look at that, 8,073 straw. Now that's quite a lot, and the bad thing is we don't have that stored anywhere. So this straw will turn into straw golems. That's bad, let me tell you. The good thing is though that wow, you know, all the golems can drop golem cores, and those are needed for the automatons, or robognomes. The other thing that they have added, which, wow, you know, is another big thing, is prosthetic limbs. And, well, you know, it's safe to say that I don't think we'll ever see them used, as all our gnomes got all their natural flesh limbs intact. But if they were to lose an arm, then we could replace it with a steel one, which is much stronger and can deal out a lot more pain than the bare fist could. So, yeah, it's all cool as stuff, but most of it still needs to be researched in the research shop. So, there. Now, you might wonder one thing, robognomes, do they work on this magical golem core alone? No. If we were to build one, and of course I want to build one, but if we were to build one, we would need to fuel it with coal. So there's definitely, it's not like, you know, just build it and you have an extra gnome. I mean, the robo-gnome is just like any other gnome. It could be a military robo-gnome, or maybe even a, a woodcutter or a carpenter. It can do all the jobs a regular gnome can do. Only it, well, you know, when it dies, we can just rebuild it. So, yeah, pretty excited. Now, of course, you know, I mean, sure, the patch is nice. It's quite a coincidence because, well, you know, I kind of wanted to record quite a bit earlier, but I've been very, very busy. And just as I had time to record, patch hits. So, yeah, speaking about coincidence, huh? Now, the thing is, you know, the reason why we are here is down in the underground. It is not over here in our beautiful industries, oh no. If we go down towards our big working project, watch and see and all. Boom! I have designated all the floor tiles of our soon-to-be Great Hall. Now, I don't know if we have enough material to finish it all, but I do know that it took me quite a bit of time and fiddling to set up. But once this is floored, well, you know, we won't have any furniture, but we can already start designating this as the Great Hall, as I think that the value of just the floor alone will greatly exceed our current not so great hall. over here. I mean, what was this worth again? 9,406. I mean, on our kingdom's worth, we have to, I think, times 4. We have to do that. That's like, I don't know, 36,000 of 1.5 million, you know? I mean, it just doesn't count. It doesn't even hold a candle. This will be worth a hell of a lot more. So, I think that what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a very nice time lapse of our gnomes flooring out of this entire zone. Now, I've only done the floor because once the floor is in, we need to do the walls. I need to build all kinds of stuff and furniture, and I've decided, you know, that there's even a little bit more terrain working that I wanted to do, but what did I? I accidentally pressed the G, which gives us, oh, look at that, you know, all kinds of red things about, you know, around our pillars, but yeah, no, once we're done with the floor and we're done with the walls, we then need to, you know, put all the furniture in, which is going to be another major thing that's going to take up crazy amounts of time. Then there's, like, you know, all the walls higher up here, and of course, not to forget this area, which we're going to do last because it's special. Oh, and let's also not forget our walkway over here, our staircase, you know, also needs doing. So the floor is only a small part of it, but a crucial one. Now, having said all that, you know, having you all hyped up, I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that is to, well, record and see, and yeah, I hope you'll enjoy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have over here? A freaking wheat golem has been spotted. Look at this. Just as the man's arrived, we have a wheat golem. New to us, and already it has an injured lower body. Oh, it actually has quite some decent fighting skill too, but it is anything but nimble. It does have some decent fitness though, so yeah, I was afraid that this would happen. Now, how are you doing? Oh, you're in good health. So, ooh, and you got a torch. I don't know, maybe having a torch equipped is actually rather effective against wheat golems. I mean, I can only imagine that being the case, but look at this, see? Oh man, our stocks of wheat, oh no, I mean, they are going I mean, this is what it took, you know, to just create this. So, regardless, just to be safe, we are going to send out our, well, I guess our, you know, internal police, riot police, the blind dunks. There. They will deal with the wheat golem, and hopefully it will drop us a wheat golem core. Now, the thing is, you know, this took X amounts of wheat to, to be created. If we destroy it and we get a golem core, we don't get X amount of wheat back. I think there's like a little bit of a loss in it, so you cannot farm golems eternally, but it also kind of leads me to, I don't know, I'm considering storing our wheat so that only excess wheat gets, golemized, so to say. I mean, the wheat golems are not supposed to be any threat, but yeah, you know what? We're gonna set up a storage place for our wheat. We're gonna do it over here. It seems like the right place, so this is going to be... how about we call this Animal McDonald's? No. We're going to call this, right, I mean, it is for our cattle, well, and it is also for our alpacas. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Our husbandry Whopper store. Alright, that's how we're gonna call it. A Whopper store. There. All it's gonna store is straw. We do, of course, need a big, we need to fill it up with bags in its entirety, or in its entirety, I should say. So, there. Which we will do. And now, I think over here, yeah, look at that, bags. Doesn't really matter which type of bags as long as there are bags. So I'll quickly fill this out with bags. Right, and when it's now filled up with bags, once this is all built and constructed, we should have plenty of storage space for at least enough straw to survive winter. Now, I'm pretty sure that this golem will be dealt with quickly, so what we're gonna do is we're going to return to time-lapse mode, and once the floor is finished, we'll take a look at whatever we gained over here. So, yeah, time-lapse mode incoming! Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Look at this flooring. Look at how magnificent it is. This is the base of our great hall, and when you zoom out like this with the pillars and all of a sudden it absolutely starts to look like a proper great hall. However, this is only the floor, and well, I think it's safe to say that only a floor doesn't make it a great hall. But seeing how the floor at least is now finished, I think what we can do, especially considering the absolute worthless garbage great hall that we got here, we can already designate this as our great hall. There's nothing in it yet, but it will be worth far more than the well, the former great hall. I mean, oh man, I'm just so curious to see what the value of it would be. But before we do that though, there is one thing that I have noticed, which was kind of worrying, well, during, the whole construction of it all, and that is that the tinker bench here, I mean, there is some tinkering being done, but nobody's there. So I wonder, right, how is our tinkerer Nixus doing? I mean, does he still have the tinkering skill assigned to him? I mean, he's busy prospecting, and that's pretty much all he does. No, he still does have the tinker skill out there. So if you are prospecting Nixus, then what are you I know what you're prospecting. It's not that hard to guess either. What you're prospecting is marble, and lots of it. Wow, and we've pretty much gone through our basalt stockpiles. We need to replenish those. But man, in any case, look at this, man. Isn't this glorious? I think this looks absolutely amazing. Now, there is still a bit of a catch. There is these tiles over here, and there is this metal. Platinum ore, to be precise. It's just lying over here. We kind of need to start using our platinum to get rid of this, as well as use some bauxite in other places, just so that the floor won't be littered with all this crap. I mean, definitely we cannot have this keep lying around here, but man, I really think that the floors look absolutely amazing. And wait till it's all furnished. The walls are done. Oh man, this is going to be epic. But you know what? The epicness and the filling of the Great Hall, even the value of it, that's going to be a thing for next time. But before I say when we play more Gnomoria, as with the last video, I have no idea when the next video will be. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month, could be next year. No, not next year. I don't think that will happen. But just know that it will come. So, with that bombshell, I'd say join me next time when we play more Gnomoria.